Good morning to all. I am P. RENUGADEVI, Assistant Professor from Department of Nutrition Dietetics in Trinity College for Women, Namakkal. Today my topic is personal hygiene. Personal hygiene. The word hygiene is used to describe an application of sanitary principles for the preservation of health. Personal hygiene refers to the cleanliness of a person's body. The health of workers plays an important part in food sanitation. People are potential sources of microorganisms that cause illness in others through the transmission of viruses or through food poisoning. Contamination of food products. The intrinsic factor that affect microbial contamination people are as follows: body location, age, hair, pH, and nutrients. Intrinsic factors. Body location. The composition of a normal microbial flora varies depending on the body area. The face, neck, hands, and hair contain higher proportion of transist microorganisms and a higher bacterial density. The exposed area of the body are more vulnerable to contamination from environmental sources. When environmental condition changes, the microbial flora adapted to the new environment. Age. The microbial population changes as a person matures. This trend is especially true for adolescents entering puberty. They produce large quantities of lipids known as sebum, which promotes the formation of egg caused by propionibacterium eggs. Hair. Because of the density and oil production, the hair on the scalp enhances the growth of microorganisms. pH. The pH of the skin is affected through the secretion of lactic acid from the sweat glands, bacterial production of fatty acids, and diffusion of carbon dioxide through the skin. The approximate pH value for the skin is more selective against transistor microorganism than it is against the resistant flora. Factors that change the pH of the skin alter the normal microbial flora. Nutrients. Respiration contains water soluble nutrients, whereas sebum contains lipid, oil soluble materials such as triglycerides, esters, and cholesterol. Human are the most common contamination source of food. Carrier. A carrier is a person who harbors and discharges pathogen but does not exhibit the symptom of the disease. Carriers are divided into three groups. Covalescent carriers, people who after recovering from infectious diseases continue to harbor the causative organism for a variable length of time, usually less than 10 weeks. Chronic carriers, people who continue to harbor the infectious organism indefinitely, although they do not show symptoms of this diseases. Contact carriers, who people who can acquire and harbor a pathogen through close contact with an infected person but do not acquire the diseases. Sanitary food handling. A productive sanitation barrier between food and the source of contamination should be provided during food handling. Barriers include disposable gloves, mouth guards, sneeze guards, and food packaging and containers. Role of employers. Food processing and food service firms should protect their employees and consumers from workers with diseases or other microorganisms of public health concern that can affect the wholesomeness or sanitary quality of food. In most communities, local health codes prohibit employees having communicable diseases or those who are carriers of such diseases from handling foods or participating in activities that may result in contamination of food or food contact surfaces. Responsible employees should exercise caution in selecting employees by screening method. Selection of employees. Absence of communicable disease should be verified through a county health card or a physician report. Applicants should not exhibit evidence of sanitary hazards such as open spores or presence of excessive skin infection or ache. Applicants who display evidence of respiratory problems should not be hired to handling or to work in food processing or preparation areas. Applicants should be clean and neatly groomed and should wear clothing free of unpleasant odor. Applicants should successfully complete a sanitation course and examination such as that provided by the National Restaurant Association. Employer responsibility. Although employer is responsible for a conduct and practices of employees, responsibility should be assigned to employees at the time employment begins. Employment should maintain a healthy condition to reduce respiratory or gastrointestinal disorders and other physical ailments. Injuries, including cuts, burns, boils, and skin eruption, should be reported to the employer. Abnormal conditions such as respiratory system complication and intestinal disorder such as diarrhea should be reported to the employer supervisors. Personal cleanliness that should be practiced, including daily bathing, hair washing at least twice a week, daily changing of undergarments, and maintenance of clean fingernails. Employees should tell the supervisor that items such as soap or towel in washroom should be replaced. Habits such as scratching the head or other body parts should be stopped. The mouth and nose should be covered during coughing or sneezing. The hands should be washed after visiting the toilet, using a handkerchief, smoking, handling soiled articles, or handling money. Hands should be kept out of food. Food should not be tasted from the hand, nor should it be consumed in food production areas. Food should be handled in utensils that are not touched with the mouth. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video.